Not at all, not at all, not at all. They can see me because I can see me. Sure, tag me in my video. Sure. It's weird. Facebook be on some creepy stuff. Real creepy. Real creepy. I feel like I ain't been live in a long time. I don't think I have. This is awkward. Trying to wait for somebody to get on here so we can have these conversations. I ain't been live in a minute, have I? Did y'all miss me? I miss me. I miss watching me on camera. Don't judge me. It's bad to judge people. But I miss me. I've been out here working, so I ain't had time to do what I need to do. I fix this damn stupid camera. My crooked. My crooked. Dog, Brandon, where are you at so we can get this popping? We got some stuff to talk about. Hey. See what we can do here. Oh, okay. It worked. What's up?
What's going on?
What's cracking?
What's going on?
I feel like I ain't been live in a minute, dog.
Man, don't nobody going live no more.
Listen, I'm supposed to go live every Saturday, but like it's Nene and Night that took over my life. I've been having to push these other events for it. You feel me?
Yeah, I understand. You busy.
I'm trying to work, man. I'm trying to get this work in. You feel me?
I heard you, man.
Why did it ask to tag? It says you look like Party All Weekend.
Who?
DJ Party All Weekend.
I don't know who said it.
Facebook asked me to tag him in the video.
Oh.
It's the bird. Y'all both got that. But listen, we got some stuff. Listen, I need to invite whatchamacallit on here too to watch. Where's Darren at? I always need him to chime in.
What's going on, bro?
But you know, I found that topic very interesting.
Well, which one? Because you didn't give me no prep. So with
the one with the picture I put up. You know, I was okay. I found that I found I didn't think that so many men would come like and agree like that. I'm like, dad, why so many men feel like it? Which I can see why I can see why they would feel like that with some of us, but I feel like they generalized us way too hard. Some of them, not all of them, but I feel like they came at us kind of like, you feel me? A little harsh. I know some of us is a little twisted, but dad, all of us ain't that bad.
Not that bad, man, but it's some fine tuning can definitely be done. I tell you that.
I get it, cause see, but this is my biggest thing with the whole with the whole black man, I'm gonna date white women because of blah 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 blah. For one, love is love. You shouldn't be dating her because you don't like us. Date her because you like her. Date her because you like the way she look, the way she treats you. Like don't date her because of this. Because for one, you knocking her too lightweight. Because you saying if we acted right, you wouldn't date her. Like he's lightweight, and I don't know how these women who's dating these men take that, because he's lightweight saying if black women didn't act like this, I would still date them. I'm only dating you because they acting like this. That's a shot, and I don't think that they realize that that's a shot at them. But I do think the whole they kept pointing out. Since it was pointing out our attitudes. I'm not gonna listen. I might get beat up. I do agree that a lot of us sometimes tend to carry too many chips on our shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And it does come off as we don't even realize it, but it does come off to the world with an attitude. When we got chips on our shoulders, it comes off in a negative connotation. When we start talking, it comes off negative. We start feeling certain ways about certain things, it comes off very negative.
Mm-hmm.
And we do, and it shows in our voice and our accent. I do think that we have a little bit, but I don't think we do it. I don't think some of us do it on purpose.
All right. So here's my thoughts.
Go ahead.
On everything, man. Like I said, I don't like the comparison between black women and white women.
Right.
I don't think it's, because I think then it always leads to, oh, well, white women are just as bad as us, or white women do it too. That doesn't make sense to me. At the end of the day, why are we not being accountable, and why are we not focused on correcting what needs to be corrected? Whether you're a black woman, black male, whatever the case may be,
right?
We all need a lot of improvement. Our attitudes are, negative attitudes, whatever we've been through in our lives, bad relationships, whatever the case may be, we all need to be there for each other. And the divide is crazy. That can't scare me. Yeah, the divide is crazy right now. In our race, and so that's what I would like to see improvement. Let's work on our attitudes. If black males aren't treating black women right, let's work on that. If black women aren't treating black males right, let's work on that. But not this like we're justifying the fact that we do it and everybody else does it too. That's bull.
And you see at the end, that was exactly what my last status was. For one, I think that we tend to, well, okay, since I'm a woman, black women, well, all men are this, man did this, I ain't have no daddy around when I was growing up, so I'm this. Okay, well, we're grown people now. We can't keep blaming stuff on our fathers and stuff of our past. We have to let that go, for one. For two, we have to work on ourselves. We have to take accountability, because if we keep running into the same type of man, then maybe it's something we're doing. Something we're attracting. We don't think about that part. We want to keep throwing it on them. And then men do the same thing. They want to be like, well, women are this. Well, maybe it's you. Like, why do you keep on having these same type of women? What are you doing differently? And men don't realize, a lot of us don't realize we get stuck in types. If we go back and look at the same type of people, it's something about them that's similar, very similar. And until we change that, we're going to keep getting the same results, but that's our problem. We don't take, like, that's your thing. You off that accountability. We do not do that.
No. And that's what, and that's it, man. It's like at the end of the day, like, you can't keep on justifying your actions. At some point, as an adult, you have to correct what you're doing. It has nothing to, I didn't grow up with a father. That doesn't mean that I can run around being an asshole all the time, or that doesn't mean that I can lash out at everybody. And then, when they say, well, what's your problem? Oh, I didn't have a father, so you need to deal with it. That's not the case. And we always tend to fall back on something. Oh, I'm the way that I am because my last girlfriend was she verbally abused me, or whatever the case may be. At what point, okay, you learn from it, you don't make the same mistake again, but that doesn't mean that you can take that out on the next person, or whomever else tries to get in your circle or tries to get in your life. Now they have to pay for the mistakes of everybody that hurt you in the past. I think that's a weak excuse.
It's a very weak excuse, and I think that what people don't realize, I think what a lot of people lack is when we do go situation to situation, we don't take the time to reflect on that past situation. Like we throw, like we said, we throw the stones. Man, he was this, he was horrible. We never sit and be like, well, what did I do? And that's I use my last relationship as an example. Like, he couldn't get a job, but at the same time, the stuff that I was doing, I was like helping him not get a job. I was hindering a lot of the situation. And when I look back, I'm like, well, if I was him, I wouldn't have got no job either. You feel me? She gonna do all this and she gonna accept. I wouldn't have did it either. And I'm like, but I figured out what I was doing in that situation. But I reflected. Before I try to jump into something else, I had to reflect on what I'm doing with this person. And we don't take that time. And that's why we keep on throwing the stones. But People use the childhood excuses all their life. Oh, well, I'm
Yeah,
from the hood, so I gotta act like this. Oh, well, this is what
yeah.
I seen growing up, so I gotta be like this. When do we stop? Like when do we stop using everything as an excuse? After a certain age, it's out the window. I don't
Yep.
care what happens to you no more.
And that's what I'm saying. It needs to be less justification and more accountability. You
Exactly.
know, and that's what. And I always tell myself, whenever I tend to be attracting the same type of woman, or if I see that the women that I'm meeting are very similar, I always feel like it's a reflection of me. I'm attracting who I am right now. So it's something I need to tweak inside of myself so I don't attract these people or whatever. Because I'm a big fan of energy. Like I feel like the energy you give off is the energy you're gonna receive.
True.
So if I'm not giving off the correct energy, then the people that are gonna be around me at that time are gonna be giving off the same energy that I'm giving.
It's true.
So it all starts with us. We have to correct ourselves, man. I can't hear the whole, my first baby daddy, he wasn't nothing. My second baby daddy, he wasn't sheesh. My third baby, at some point, when does it fall back on you to say, all right, I need to start making better decisions. I need to
Pick better.
change who I am. I
Yeah,
need, or
pick better
I
lady
ain't gonna say
daddies.
change, but work on who I am.
It's
You know,
because
so
that, like when you said that energy thing, like when you do have that, people are attracted to certain confidences. So you can tell when somebody carries a certain confidence about them. You can tell when somebody carries a certain depression about them. You can tell, like you really can, like you can look at somebody and be like, he a confident person. Or you can
mhm,
look at somebody and be like, her self-esteem is shot. And
mhm,
it does come off like that. And people do tend to slip in when it's like that. People tend to slip in at the right time. Like them type of people, if your confidence ain't here, or if you're not feeling yourself, if you're going through some things, your energy is gonna attract the type of people that you don't want.
yeah, yeah,
And the fact that you keep accepting them type of people, you know off top, you can meet somebody and kind of tell what kind of person they're going to be.
mhm,
You can tell. Like people wait years to figure this out. I'm like, you didn't know that you didn't read the signs from the last time you did this to this time to this. I don't even tell people no more. Listen, but that's our biggest downfall. Period. As a people, until we figure that part out about us, it's not gonna work out.
yep,
It's very irritating.
yep,
It's very it's very it's because on them posts, like you see on the post though, you see I ended up saying it because I felt like at the end of the day we did was play the blame game with each other. But how we
yeah,
gonna get somewhere if we don't support each other? We can't
yep,
get nowhere if we gonna keep
yep,
it's women, black women, this black man, this black. It's all of us. Y'all can't hear it. We bickering back and forth like we 12-year-olds.
yep, man. And I'm gonna tell you, and that's what I'm saying. It like even going back to that post, in regards to that athlete or whatever he was saying about black women or whatnot, or why he doesn't date black women. Um, like it's not a secret. There are black women out there that are closed minded. There are black women out there that are selfish. There are black women out there that are stubborn, whatever the case may be. Why not work on those things? Why not get to a point to where that you can, if you're closed minded and narrow minded and everything always has to go your way and your opinion is the only one that matters, why not work on that? We have everybody is marriage material. Everybody is wife or husband material.
Right.
And truth be told, I don't like. I think 98% of the people out here for real are not prepared to be married. Are not in a position to be married.
Right.
So, but then people are closed minded and people think, I have all the answers or I've mastered the relationship. So you can't tell me anything. Nobody wants to learn anything anymore. Everybody wants to. Everybody knows everything. Everybody has all the answers. And then when you try to tell them something, it's almost like it's automatically defensive. You know, already know. So no, you can't tell me that. I'm telling you, as
True.
long as you don't want to learn something, you're gonna always be in the stuck. You're gonna be stuck in the same position your whole life.
And a lot of people are not willing to learn. And you know what's funny though? To say is I've ran into a lot of that with educated people, like people who went to college and stuff and have degrees. I've ran into a lot of that, and they
Yeah,
are it's like you can't teach me anything because I have a degree. I don't care what you have. You can still learn something. We all, like, you never stop learning. I don't care how old you are, how wise you are. There's always something that somebody else knows that you don't know, and you always have to be willing to learn. But I do think that I'm not gonna front my people, my girls. I do think that as Black women, because I can't answer for nobody else because I'm Black. You feel me? But I do think as Black women that we do tend to, and I've been guilty of it. You know what I'm saying? We do tend to, when it comes to men, we do get real defensive, and we do get stuck in our ways, and we don't try to change, and we do get like that. And I do think that it's time. We gotta grow up. We too old for that. Like, you have to be willing to. I've been there. But at some point in time, when do we start opening our minds and realizing, well, maybe I can switch this up. Maybe I don't have to be like this. I don't have to, because we do run away the wrong ones. You're not supposed to run. You running away the good one. He's just trying to help. But because we get, and then we get stuck in that whole independent phase. Listen. Independence is overrated, okay? Whatever that is. You can be codependent with somebody. You don't have to be a complete dependent. But working together, what's wrong with that? Like, when did that become I don't know when women got in the mindset that I have to do everything by myself. I don't need a man for this. Hold up, player. Hold on. Because it's okay to need a man to do some things. It's okay. Like, it's not the end of the world. I think they feel like when they need a man, it's supposed to look like they're needy or something. Are they weak? And we don't understand that that's not weak. That's just life.
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you, man, anything, if you go back as far as time stretches, everything that was created with a team. You know, other than Earth. You know, if you're a Christian and you believe that God was the creator of all, that's the only individual that created anything. You know, even our government. You know, yeah, we have a head, we have the president, but we also have people that fall under him to help. You know, so this whole mindset of I can do it all on my own or I don't need anybody's help is crazy. You know, of course we need people's help. You know, I don't know everything. You can help me with something. You can point me in the right direction. You know, you can be my confidence. You can be my, you know,
Right.
when I'm down. You know, you can be my motivation to get back up. It's a lot of things you can offer me. You know, why would I want to go about doing anything alone when I have somebody there next to me that can help me? That, you know, makes no sense to me, but you know, I
don't know where it came from. Like, I don't know when it became a big deal to need somebody. Like, it's okay to work as a team. It's okay to depend on somebody. Like, to be codependent. It doesn't make you weak. I don't know where we got that being single is being strong. That doesn't mean anything. Listen, I can handle it by myself, but listen, frankly, I'm okay with a man to come in my life right now and help me do this. Listen, because take some stress. Who wants that stress to keep on having this mindset that I got to do it by myself? That's stressful, dog. Like, it's overrated. Like, who did this? We got it. You've been single. You handle your business. Now you can let a man into your life. It's okay, because he can't do everything by himself either. It's like,
I'm telling you, it's the media. The media, when they show Black women, like, even as far as, you know, look at this, the supposed strongest Black women out there. You have Oprah. You hear Oprah's accomplishments, but you don't ever really hear what part Stedman plays in it. You know, I'm not 100. I didn't never really watch the Scandal show, but from what I got from it, was she single in that show?
She was a mistress, basically.
You know what I'm saying? So you never really see family. You know, and I'm not saying that because I think that Blackish show, I think that, you know, promotes the Black family. But prior to in these past 5-6 years, everything has been, you know, Black women do it on your own. Black women do it on your own. So then when people see that, they get, you know, if that beats that into their heads, it's an recipe for destruction. I'm telling you.
All the subliminals they keep throwing at us. And you know what's funny, though? Even though we don't see what Stedman does, Stedman's still around for a reason. She ain't keep it. And that's what people don't realize. Just because they not showing him, Stedman, you don't keep a man around who's just some type of bum. Stedman's around because Stedman handling business behind closed doors. I don't care what happens.
Thank you, man. He's down for Oprah in some capacity. That man, ever since Oprah had that talk show, has been in her life. He's there in some kind of capacity, man. You know, so I don't know.
Probably her psychiatrist, her doctor. Listen, he probably everything behind closed doors that everybody needs when they get home. He's probably everything. I'm pretty sure he's adding to her business too. He probably accounting for all I know. You feel me?
You know,
But like you said, they don't necessarily portray all of that. And
and
like
it
you
never
said,
has.
Blackish, the Cosby Show portrayed us as a family. So the
Yeah,
Cosby Show helped. Blackish is definitely helping now. You feel me? I mean, I think that women should sit back sometime and realize it's okay. So you don't have to completely. I get it. A lot of you seen your mama be strong, but if you ask my mama, she'll tell you, listen, she did it, but she's tired. Who wants
I'm
to be
telling you.
tired? Listen, she's tired. She's like, I did it, but dad, it would have been lovely to have help. Like, you
I'm
know what I'm
telling
saying?
you.
Being a single parent is okay. We get points for it. Cool. Listen, it would be dope to have another parent in the household. I don't care what nobody. It would be the dopest thing ever because when you got to stress to figure out this, and yeah, we do it, but do we really want to? No. Who really
Yeah,
wants to do that?
and you don't have to. You know, and like I said, we all need to step it up. Like at the end of the day, like the first thing, like these posts come up, and the first thing I see is deflection. Oh, men do it too. Oh, well, what about what men do? Or we wouldn't have to do this if it wasn't for this kind of guy, or you know. And then I see insults and judgments, and then I see everything but accountability, everything but you know what? Just let me sit here and listen. Or the first question that comes to my head would be, as a group, why do black men view us this way? Why do they think of this? And I never heard that question. What is it that we do that makes you think this? Give us some examples of things that we do that makes you think that we are closed-minded or judgmental or whatever the case may be. But
And
no, the first thing is, oh, well, black men do it. We're the reason we're like this because of black men. Or, if it wasn't for weak men, then we wouldn't be this way, or we wouldn't have to be. Just listen and work on it.
and I do think that, and that's why I did this live too, because I didn't answer no questions either. For me, I usually don't answer too many questions. I go back and forth, but I usually don't answer much. But as black women, we not stupid. We not dumb. We really not. We know exactly why men tend to say that. And like I said, it's not all of us, but we do know why men come at. We do know why they feel like that. Just like black men know why we feel like that. And that's the thing. We know. Black women have been tend to the good guy always ends up last. We have let him end up last way too long because he doesn't look perfect, or he's not something. I don't know what it is about the good guy. But for some reason, we tend to ignore him. You know what I'm saying? We do. Our attitudes, we do come. Sometimes we do need to know when it's time to have attitude and when it's not. And it's okay to smile. It's okay not to have attitude all the time or to yell at a man all the time when he comes home. Because I think a lot of times when men come home, they do. I think that some women nag them. I've seen it where girls are just yelling at him. I'm like, hold up, chill, like give him a chance. He ain't even did nothing yet. Like, but some of us do just like to be mad for no reason. Like, it's like you wake up to be mad, and we not stupid. We know these things. And I like I said, I only put it up because I didn't like the generalization of it, because I'm all about date who you want. I didn't like the fact that he put all that out there. I'm like, your mama's black. Like, don't dog us, because that's my thing. Don't dog the people who you are still a part of. You're still us. When you have kids, people are going to see them as us. And I don't like that. Don't knock us like that. But as women, we should fix it. As men should fix it. Like, men say that the women are not the same anymore. Well, the men aren't either. None of us are the same. This is 2018. Back in the day, let's be realistic. Why did women shut up and not say anything? They ain't had no money. They was broke. They couldn't go nowhere. Man, we all making money. We all doing this together. Listen, we all should be paying bills if we're going to be together. Let's all make this money. Let's pay these bills. Let's keep this house together. Like, that traditional stuff just does not always apply here. It can apply for whoever wants to. But traditional does not always apply in this day and age. It just doesn't. Like, we're not traditional people. We're different.
And you brought up good points. Now, first of all, disclaimer. I'm speaking on behalf of black men right now.
All right.
If you want to date outside of your race, that's fine. Date because you love someone, but don't let your reason. That's weak to say I'm only dating another race because I don't like how black women act. That's weak.
Right.
If you're a white, Asian, Mexican, Hispanic, whatever you are, if you want to date somebody in that race, that's cool. Do your thing. That's all for, love that person because they're a person, not because of the color of their skin. But don't bash black women and then turn around and say, oh, well, because now that's when this inferiority complex comes about. Because now black women are going to say, oh, well, I'm not as good as a white woman because our black men are running to these white women. That's not the case, because now we're bashing you all. That's not the case at all. Everybody, it's
Right.
an equal playing field. Everybody's equal. If you love a white woman, love her because you love her as a person, not because of the color of her.
That
That's the
listen,
fact.
they need to hear that more often. And black women need to hear it too. When black women say they're not dating black men no more, just date a white man because you wanted to date a white man. Don't
Yeah,
keep on dogging and black man ain't this. You
yeah.
don't know a lot of black men in the world. The black man you
Straight
dated
up.
wasn't. And listen, let's be honest. The black man you dated might not have been shit to you. He might be the shit to somebody else. We can't say that. We can't. It just might have been. It might not have been right. Like, people just don't accept that sometimes it's just not the right situation. So we
Yeah,
have to get over that. Sometimes we just ain't meant to be together, and
and,
that's okay. Like, it's
yeah.
cool. And
And
he
that's the
might.
difference. Yeah,
And people grow and change. Like, I hate when people tend to think that, oh, he was a dog, he cheated on me. But people grow and change. He he
yep,
he, he might have had that right. You might not have been that woman that was gonna get him there. This woman here has changed him.
yep.
You feel me? Like
And,
it can happen.
and I'm gonna tell you this. A lot of that comes from trying to force trying to force a circle into or a square into a circle, a square peg into a circle. At the end of the day, you can't force a relationship on somebody and then turn around and say they're a dog because they don't react the way that you want them to react. The one thing I noticed with a lot of these relationships is we seem to write the narrative out before we even get into the relationship.
They do
We
shit.
want everything to play out. In our mind, everything is playing out a certain way. But
Man,
when it doesn't play out that way, then the other person's the dog, or the other person wasn't shit. When at the end of the day, you probably forced that person into doing something that they really didn't want to do. They
exactly.
probably didn't want to be there anyway, but it was, oh, it's so important that we move in together. Oh, it's so important that we put a title on things. That person might not have been prepared for that, whether it be male or female, because we're both guilty of doing it. That
Mhm.
person probably wasn't ready for that situation. So that doesn't automatically mean that Brandon's a dog because he wasn't doing the things that I thought that he was supposed to do. Or Brandon's not sheesh because he's not doing the things that I think that he's supposed to be doing. Baby Brandon doesn't really just want to be there.
Hey, timing is everything. But that prime example is the reason why anybody I used to talk to, we still cool to this day. Like, we can still be homies, we can still talk, we can still speak, because as time grew, it's just that we just wasn't meant to be together. You feel me? It just wasn't happening. Like, my
Yeah,
exes are married. I'm happy for them. Them girls did something for them that I didn't do. But one of them thanked me. He was like, "You got me here." But that was my purpose for you, to get you there. My purpose wasn't to be with you,
yep,
apparently. And
yeah,
we have to realize that sometimes our purpose is just not to be with these people that we come across. And
yeah,
and
yeah,
that is perfectly fine. It might hurt at first, but get over it. Once you get over it, like, us keep on dragging each other's name through the mud and all. That's play. Like, that's stupid to me. Like,
yeah.
that
That's
is
right.
dumb. Everything that we go through, I feel like half the stuff we do is very dumb until we realize that our soulmates out there, that just wasn't our soulmate. That
Yep,
just wasn't the. And I think, like you said, a lot of people tend to settle in relationships because, well, she wanted to do it, so I'm gonna do it for her because I won't hurt her. But then you end up in
yeah,
a situation where it's friction and it's a horrible situation, and now you gotta hurt her anyway.
yep. And now
And,
you drag. Now you have kids. Now you have debt
you
with each other. Now
stand because the kids, you ain't trying to leave because the kids.
yeah,
Now you just stuck, and it's like, I didn't really want to do this in the first place.
yep.
But
You
but
wouldn't
we have
shouldn't
to
have been
open
in
our
the first place.
mouths.
Yep,
We have to open our mouths and just let people know that. But we have to be adult enough to receive that too. When
yep.
somebody says it's just not right, well,
Quit
no.
forcing. You cannot force it, man. And that's what and I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. Back to now I will now I'm gonna put this now I probably will get cussed out. I'm okay with that.
Okay,
But
let's.
for whatever reason, black women tend to equate being strong or being a strong black woman to being and nasty. Being nasty isn't strong. So better not nobody be in my inbox, or I don't know why all these people are sending me friend requests, or being rude to people. All that doesn't make you a strong black woman. That just makes you undesirable in people's
Evil.
eyes. That makes you the bitter woman. That makes you the angry woman. strength doesn't come in. Being polite is being strong. Being courteous is being strong. Being receptive of things that you may not necessarily agree with, but at least you can respect somebody else's opinion, is being strong. Shutting people out, being rude, doing all these things doesn't make you a strong person. It makes you a nasty person, man. And I think we have to define what each one really is.
I completely, you know what? I completely agree with that. That ain't gonna get you cussed out because it's true. I mean, it's very true. Like, it's I don't know why some women are just and then they make statuses about their inbox, like, why all these men in my inbox? Well, maybe he just thought she was cute. Just say maybe it was something. You don't have to be evil to her. Like, you don't have to be the screenshotting the inboxes and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe he was really genuine about something. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never really know. Like,
exactly.
just say, I don't want to talk to you. Thank you for your interest. Let's keep it moving.
Exactly.
Something. And but like you said, that is called being. But there are a lot of us that are like that, and that is so disturbing. Like, there are too many of us like that. And I'll be the first to admit, like, I'm a friendly person though, so I don't really do that type of stuff because I'm friendly with people. Even if I'm not interested, I'm gonna be cool with you. I'm gonna let you know we can still be cool though. That don't mean we can't be friends. You might be the best friend I had, and who's to know, down the line I might be interested. But I'm not gonna be nasty and rude and blast you on Facebook and put your inbox out here. It's been plenty of unwanted inboxes I've had. I'm still not gonna blast you. I'm just gonna tell you I won't talk and keep it moving. You feel me? But I can see that a lot of us are they all on my timeline. They in different, and I've even seen it in the singles group. I've seen a lot of it from men and women. It's a lot for men and women. There's a couple of men in there that'll be like something about no, it's all y'all listen, sweetie. You're never gonna get nowhere with that because you keep blaming everybody else. You're not gonna get nowhere. And if she keep blaming all of them, we ain't gonna get nowhere. All that stuff and that attitude stuff, boy, you get to the point. That nasty is a horrible thing. That nasty attitude.
Yep, but see, and I'm gonna tell you, those usually be the main people that are always saying, "I'm a strong black woman," or a man is weak if they can't deal with a woman like me. Those are usually the nasty women that people don't want to deal with. Right. And now men are being emasculated, and now I have to be weak because I don't want to put up with your nasty attitude. That doesn't make me weak.
Strong enough to not know. And I'm gonna tell you, deal with her.
So I'm saying, and that's why I asked the question on your post. What is the definition of a strong black man? Because at the end of the day, nobody's gonna put up with your shit, and the people that do deal with you are the ones that smack you upside your head when you talking all that shit. So I don't get, like, and Sherelle has a good point. Like, at the end of the day, like when you hop on these groups or on your timeline and you post and talking about, I wish all these niggas would get out of my inbox. I wish all these people would, quit writing me. Now you make yourself unapproachable. Now you put yourself to a point to where somebody that you may have really been interested in is not even going to get in your inbox or not even going to approach you because now they're going to think, oh, well, she's just going to cuss me out or she's just going to try to embarrass me anyway. Like, y'all females have got to stop doing that, And I'm sure males do it too.
But why do you want people to know how many people's in your inbox anyway? Why do you want to make it look like that it's 1,000 people in your inbox? That's gonna make you unapproachable too. Because what man or woman wants to keep competing with all these people that's always in your inbox? I don't even want to write you no more. I don't want to do it no more. Like, there's too many people in there already. You got too much traffic going on. I'm good. And like you said, you could have lost it, like Sherelle said, and then they be mad because they still single. You single because ultimately, all of us, like, I figured out why I was single. It was me. It wasn't, and I look back, I'm like, at first I was like, what's wrong? I'm like, hold up. It was me. It was because of the things that I was doing and things I wasn't dealing with on my own time. I had to fix me before I could go out there and deal with anybody else. But it took me time to realize that. And a lot of us ain't taking the blame that it's just us. Sometimes it's just us. It's okay. It's us. We got to work on us. We got to realize who we really are. We don't get to know ourselves. Can't nobody else get to know us. If we don't fix ourselves, can't nobody else come in. Like, they won't. What they say, it takes a strong black man to fix a broken woman. Well, if she don't even know what's wrong with it, like, he got to come in and get in the car and try to fix it too. You know how hard it is to fix a car when you don't even know what the problem is?
Yeah, and straight up, And that's whack. I don't know who created that meme. I don't know who created that saying. You got to fix yourself. Like at some point, you have to realize what's going on in your life, and you have to work towards fixing that. You know, and on top of that, a lot of these times when these chicks be on here talking about all these dudes is in my inbox and this and that, I think they full of sheesh, man. I don't really think it'd be a whole lot of people in their inbox. I think they just crying for attention.
It'd be like one pop up.
Yeah.
No,
you know,
you like dead serious, so it'd be one person in there, and they be
straight
like,
up.
"All y'all stay out my inbox."
That's straight up. You know, I really think it's a cry for attention. I think really you don't know how to. Your personality is probably whack. You don't know how to attract people. So, in order to attract people, you gotta try to create all this turmoil, all this havoc. Like that's whack, man.
And
You know.
what she say, female? Listen, this whole, I get it. Listen, this whole chasing thing. I don't really know what people mean when they want to be chased. Why we actually gotta? Why can't we just try to get to know each other, figure each other out if we vibe? Why we gotta run for like running is tiring? Like why somebody gotta keep begging you for their time? That's overrated. And like you said, nobody want to keep doing that. They want to keep begging you for your time. Like she don't want to give it to me. I'm about to keep trying to beg you for. Why you running for? Like what's the point?
That's new school though. You know, those a good woman, you should have to work in order to get a good woman, or you know, it's not easy to attract a good woman. So you got to put in all this effort and do all this, and she's supposed to play hard to get, and then you have to keep on. You have to be persistent. Like ain't nobody doing that no more. At the end of the day, if you're not putting the same amount of energy into this that I am, I'm gone.
You tired? It's like, well, shit. Clearly, she's not interested. I don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm good. Like, I mean, I don't get it. Just see if somebody wants to get to know you or not, vibe with each other and see what happens. Like, you running away from him. He ain't coming now. You lost him now. Like, what do you want him to do? And half of them, even if a man was gonna run, ain't worth running for because they not ready yet.
Man. Hey, boy, you bring up some good points, man.
They just not like but you know what's funny? I'm realizing the loudest ones, the ones that keep on talking, the ones that keep on saying all that, are the ones, like you said, the ones who's making these statuses and stuff. Don't nobody want you because you are the problem. You don't even realize you got a problem. You still talking. You still ain't fixed yourself. You still blaming everybody else but you. Don't nobody want to deal with all that. Who wants to keep on going through all that? It's overrated. And that's the same both sides. Don't nobody want to keep dealing with that type of stuff. You got to fix yourself. Because I seen some guys on the post saying some stuff, and I know them personally. Dog, it's you. And I want to tell them it's you, but they got to realize that. They don't realize it's them. I can't help them realize it's them. Because they're going to be like, are you just a hater? You got to realize it's you. Because having conversations with certain people, just from me talking to them and being cool with them, it's not these people. You're the problem. And and until they realize that, pushing a good dude away for a girl, we ain't even gonna talk about pushing good dudes away for clowns because they always end up with a clown.
But I'm telling you, but that's people. People don't want to reflect. People don't want to realize that they may be the problem, and that's they're always going to be the victim. Everything. Is that it's instead of just looking at themselves and saying, you know what. Maybe it is me. It's always everybody else. They're always the victim. Everybody else always did. And I'm going to tell you one thing I'm a firm believer in. If you're a good person, it'll show through your actions. You don't have to keep on posting on Facebook how good you are and how you have this. And first thing I see when somebody's constantly talking about how good I'm a good woman, I'm a this, I'm a that, that shows me you ain't sheesh.
No, because you're trying to convince me, I guess.
Exactly. Exactly.
Who you trying to convince? Like, and that's the thing. When all those memes, listen, people need to quit meme living. Memes do not mean nothing. Somebody was bored and wrote that meme. I can write the same meme. We can all recycle this meme. Oh, quit meme living for one.
Yeah. Darren's right about that. Darren's right about that, man. We live off of memes.
We stay off of memes. And another thing is we can't date like everybody else is dating. You have to date you have to date like you want to date. Date people the way you want to date people. Everybody's not going to date the same. What's good for somebody might not be good for nobody else. You can't keep taking people's advice and, oh, well, he pays all the bills, so you supposed to pay all my bills. That's because he got a lot of money. He got a good job. Like, you don't understand. Like, that's what he wants to do. Every man ain't about to sit around and pay all the bills for you. You got to pay some bills too, because you go to work just like he do. It's not like you got to do what works best. That's why I hate that argument. You got to do what works best for your situation between you and your person. But we too busy trying to live how everybody else is living. We ain't gonna never get nowhere. It's boy, I tell you. I hope people listen, because it's not no one gender. It's not it's both genders when it comes to, because I can't speak for everybody else's community, because we only black, like I said. But in the black community, it's too much of us hating each other and not loving each other. It's too much of us blaming one another and not trying to come together as one. Bump everything else. If we can't love each other, then you know what I'm saying? And if you don't love yourself, can't nobody else love you either.
Straight up, man. And I'm gonna tell you too, even with that whole, I expect a man to pay all my bills. Like, and my stats might be a little off when I'm saying this, but I think the average salary for a black male, I think it was like between $30,000 or $35,000 a year.
Yeah, the average is I think it's about right. Probably a little bit. It's under 40,000.
So at the end of the day, nobody can support themselves and another person off of no $30,000 a year.
Now, if we come together, so we bring these two tables together, we can support each other together. You feel me?
So this idea of a man needs to support me, or a man, like, these women have got to get rid of that, man. And I don't know, how many people really truly live that way or truly expect that, but help us out.
And I know a couple, but that's because it works for them. That's because they got the means to do that. But all of us don't have the means to live that lifestyle. All of us, and you got to understand, it's rare. Like you said, it's rare to have the means to live like that. Some people can do that because, like that lady in the video who's a teacher, her husband can do that. Apparently, he got enough money. Don't expect your man to do it, especially if y'all work at the same place. What you want him to do? Like, we working together and we know how much each other making. You can't pay all your bills. You think he gonna pay? Let's be realistic here.
That's
Come
crazy,
on now.
man.
But we multiplying. That's why we multiplying these incomes. We don't divide. We come together. You make 30,000. I make 30. We making 60 now. You feel me? You see how this works out? Not I make 30. I spend all mine and you keep your no. We gotta multiply these numbers. We gotta bring this together. But people ain't. People. What's the right name? Let's put some. Girl, they ain't trying to build off nothing. They trying to live off people. Ain't nobody has time for this. Sugar daddy lifestyle ain't gonna happen for everybody.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man.
What you want?
I truly feel like that a lot of these people out here ain't, I think they expect.
I'm sitting outside of practice. She done twisted her arm. Look, let me get off her and make sure she's straight.
All right,
we'll see you later.
Okay, that's cool.
All right.